Lifestyle assessment is an assessment Adlerians use in therapy. The assessment is a great tool to use with clients to learn more about the purpose of their behavior. Lifestyle assessment is focused on the client's past, mainly on the childhood. Adler believed that children develop rules and convictions as children that follow them into adulthood. Oberts and Stewart stated, quote, "To understand somebody means to understand their emotional and cognitive organization, their personality, their lifestyle," unquote. In this section, the therapist will ask questions to determine how the client as a child sees gender roles, what women are like and what men are like. For example, women are caretakers and men are hard workers. Questions in this section will include: what was the interaction between the family members? How did the siblings interact? What was the child's place or role in the family? What values did the family have growing up? What were the values shared by both parents? For example, a value would be education, money, or religion. From the childhood perspective, what was the atmosphere like growing up? How did the children learn to interact with other people? Birth order will affect how a child sees the world. Adler focused on 4 types of birth order: the oldest child, the second oldest, the middle child, the youngest, and the only child. Each have different roles in the family and share similar characteristics. Some examples of each include: an oldest child is usually a perfectionist, bossy, dependable, achiever, and driver. Second oldest is someone who tries harder, is competitive, sensitive, capable, and easygoing. Middle child will feel forgotten, squeezed, is a peacekeeper, flexible, and adaptable. Youngest child will feel like they get to do what they want, is charming, manipulative, pampered, and not taken seriously. Only children will relate well with adults, is intelligent, independent, resourceful, and has difficult time sharing. This includes how the child evaluated the community around them. This includes ethnic, religious, social, economics, and other particularities of the environment. What were their religious background or lack of religion? Were they high, middle, or low class? What was their ethnic background? Where did they grow up? In the city, rural, or suburban? From the child's perspective, what were the physical and mental strengths and weaknesses? How did they perceive themselves, and how did others perceive them? For example, a client may have felt that one of his strengths was being athletic, and one of his weaknesses was reading. Others may have thought he was very intelligent. From the child's perspective, what were the limitations and the advancements in order to move forward with his or her life? What did they believe they had open to them to do in their life? What were the limits they believed existed as they entered adolescence and adulthood? For example, one client may think college is an option, whereas another client may believe work after high school is the only option. ER is a memory from childhood, a memory before the age of 10, and needs to be a single incident. As the client is saying the memory, the therapist is writing the memory down, word from word. After the memory is completed, the therapist will process the ER. One way to process the ER is to ask the client what was the most vivid part and what was the feeling. From there, the therapist will start developing hunches on how the client views on self-concept, self-ideal, environmental evaluation, and ethical convictions. Self-concepts are beliefs of self. For example, I am smart, I am independent. Self-ideal is beliefs of what I should be. For example, I should be perfect, I should always get my way. Environmental evaluations are beliefs outside of self, like women are, men are, people are. And ethical convictions are what they believe is right and wrong. The therapist will check out the hunches with the clients. It is okay for the therapist to be wrong, and the client will usually correct. Usually the therapist will do multiple ERs in order to pull out similarities. Other Adlerians have developed other unique processes in doing ERs to help clients. The purpose of the lifestyle is to gain insight into the client's mistaken beliefs. A mistaken belief is distorted belief that impacts the client's growth and development and causes psychological problems. The client is able to see how their mistaken beliefs are impacting them. They're able to reevaluate their beliefs and choose to make changes to their lifestyle. Adlerian's belief, going to this deeper level, helps get to the root of the problem, change behavior, and create long-term change.